Hey guys, yesterday I found this old pair of computer speakers at home. They still kind of work, but the jack that connects to the computer is broken, or more specifically the wire inside it is. So I decided to show you how to fix this kind of problem. First of all, you will need a replacement headphone jack. You can get one for $1 on eBay, or maybe cut one off from an old pair of headphones or speakers. In any case, make sure that it has the same number of connections at the tip. Headphones with microphones, for example, have 4 connections, what are called the tip, 2 rings, and the sleeve. Standard headphones and speakers will usually have just 3 connections, as we have here. Now, if you're 100% sure that the jack on your speakers or headphones is broken, go ahead and cut it off, together with the last few centimeters of cable. Now you have to carefully expose the wires inside the cable. You will find 2 signal wires and 1 or 2 ground wires. The signal wires will always have some kind of insulation. It can be plastic, like in my case. White is the left channel and red is the right channel. The ground connection will almost always consist of a bunch of wires that are not insulated. If you have not 1 but 2 ground wires like I do, just twist them together. If you bought a replacement headphone jack, go ahead and untwist it. This will expose the pads to which you need to solder the wires. The big pad on the outside is your ground and it is connected to the sleeve of your headphone jack. The tip of your jack is your left channel and the first ring is your right channel. You might need to check with a multimeter to see which pad the tip and the ring correspond to. Before you solder anything, make sure that you run the cable through the housing of the headphone jack, like so. At this point I added some shrink wrap to keep my cables together. Using a set of pliers, I secured the cable to the ground pad. Then it was time to solder all the wires. Again, your left channel must be electrically connected to the tip of your jack, and the right channel connects to the first ring. Double check all your connections before you solder anything. Once the connections were all soldered, I applied a liberal amount of silicone for insulation, but you can also use hot glue. Then I twisted the housing back and I thought that I was done with the fix. Unfortunately, this $1 eBay headphone jack turned out to be garbage, and it wouldn't fit in my phone's headphone socket, so I removed it and proceeded with option 2. This is a much better headphone jack and it came from another set of speakers. Again, I exposed all the wires and stripped the insulation on all cables to prepare them for soldering. Inside my donor cable there was a single ground wire, a white wire connected to the tip, and a green wire that connected to the ring. I placed a large piece of shrink wrap on the cable before soldering it, and I also put 2 smaller pieces of shrink wrap to insulate the small signal wires. Then it was only a matter of soldering everything together and covering it all with the shrink wrap. And that was it. The speakers were working perfectly once again, and the jack had no problems entering the headphone socket of my phone. Thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel to never miss a video.